All right, in this clip, we'll look at one of my earliest card creations. And hey, when I'm done doing it, I'll show you how to do it too. So it uses a selected card. Now, since you're there and I'm here, I'm just going to shuffle the deck and we'll take one at random somewhere in the middle. Your job, if you so accept it, will be to remember the selection. It's optional, but without that information, we have no plot. It goes back into the pack, and it really doesn't matter where because I don't intend to find it. I'm not going to find that. No, I don't have to find it. I have helpers that will do the Queen of Diamonds. That's one. And her partner in crime, the Queen of Hearts. The lovely ladies will find your selected card. One goes on top of the bottom, and one goes on the bottom of the top. And one card in between the two in less than a second. Hey now, does the 6 of clubs ring a... Got it. All right, if you like that, hang on. The fun's just begun. We'll do it again, but maybe a little backwards. In fact, you can see the card backwards in the middle of the pack. In it goes. The queens go together in search of your card. Just 2 cuts. 1, 2, 2 seconds, and 1 card in between the 2 queens. There it is in living color, the 6 of clubs in living color. No, it's in color. It's actually the only one. It's a marked card. Could you tell the difference? If you know where to look, almost becomes obvious. Yeah, it's the only red one in the whole marked white. What? Did that just happen? Okay, that's a card trick. That's the Chameleon sandwich. I know, it scares me too. All right, I cheat. So here we go. I told you I'd tell you how to do it. Let me tell you a couple things before I tell you this. If my long, rambling instructions are not clear enough, you can read it in this book. Tricks of My Trade, The Magic of Doug Conn. That's me. You don't have to have the book, though. You can visit Paul Cummins' site, FASDIU, FASDIU.com, FASDIU.com, and there's a preview of the book. And that trick, the Chameleon sandwich, is in the preview. It's also on my DVD set, built to last. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that the first place this was published was in John Rockabomber's Modus Operandi zine. It's been compiled into kind of a hardcover edition, and you can find this there too. It's actually my first trick that ever saw print. So thank you, John Rockabomber, for having the faith in me many moons ago. Chameleon sandwich, inspired by a Harry Lorraine trick from his pamphlet, My Favorite Card Tricks. Harry was the first to publish a color-changing deck that I was aware of that used more than one odd-colored card to create extra convincers. So I hopped on that bandwagon, opting for a sandwich trick kind of formula to conceal the identities. And here's how we do that. The matching queen. So here you need the odd backers. In this case, I'm using 2 red-backed red queens and a red-backed 6 of clubs for the selection. And the 2 cards that match the rest of your deck, the 2 queens, go on top, followed by the odd backers, queen, X card, queen. And this is in a red box. Or ideally, it's switched in. You know, you want to really kill someone, do some tricks with a regular red deck, and then switch this in, and bam, the color change comes out of the blue. But a red deck out of a red box, leave the red box in view. I spread the first few cards. Normally I'm just like fidgeting around a little bit, maybe a false shuffle, just shuffling off the top, replacing the back cards back. I'm gonna have you pick a card, but I'm just gonna shuffle. So here's how we force the card. I just stopped randomly, but in real life you'll have someone say stop. And you do this with a milk shuffle. So a milk shuffle, and this is during an overhand shuffle off the face. The fingertips of the hand are gonna milk that top card. They milk it as you begin the shuffle. So that's going to put a red queen on the top of this pile. When your spectator says stop, put the right hand's portion on the table, then lift up off the top card, and bang, they're getting 3 shots of red during the selection procedure. It's one of the disarming things about this trick is there's no standard tells for that foreshadow the color changing deck. I left out the Hindu shuffles or any, it's all natural shows. All right, so as your spectator looks at the card, you want to get a little break underneath the top card of the deck in preparation for a tilt or Vernon's depth illusion. This is where you apparently, and I recommend, look, if you can just learn a little pinky count, just drop 1 card off the tip of the pinky, Then you can get that break one-handed. It's kind of convenient. It's a depth deception, so it's going to look like this card goes into the middle of the pack, but it's just going underneath that top card, and done casually, arouses no suspicion. Let that top card coalesce and then begin an overhand shuffle with another milk build, another milk shuffle to lose the top queen. You do this as you explain to the spectators. It doesn't matter where the card is. Milk shuffle. It doesn't matter where the card is. I'm not going to find it. Right hand packet goes back to the top. And just a brief exposed view. The situation we're in here now is selected card on top of the pack, followed by the 2 red queens and the 2 odd back red queens somewhere in the middle. And the deck is face up in your hands as you explain that you're going to use the red queens to help you find. So spread through to the first red queen. It'll help me find the selection. Now look, I turn my hand at the wrist. Again, we're getting nice shows of red. So I'll use the red queens to help me find your card, the Queen of Hearts and the Queen of Diamonds. Red, red, red. I put one on the bottom, face down on the bottom, and then hold the other one face down in the hand. The deck is set with the fingertips of contacting the selected card. This is in preparation for the quick as a wink catch. I learned this in a Carl Fold self-working card trick book. So again, the queen goes on the top, the bottom one is side jogged, your palm contacts that queen, your fingertips contact the selection, thumb on the top queen, just a sharp toss with a little pressure, and I like to rotate at the wrist here to conceal the identity of the card and build a little suspense before revealing the selection. As I reveal the selection, I'm getting a break underneath the bottom queen just by pulling down with my pinky. And then I cut the deck and maintain that break between the 2 queens in the center of the pack. First trick's done, heat is low. No one should be suspecting funny business at this point. So you're perfectly set for the finish. You take the 6, the odd-backed force card, put it in the break between the 2 queens. You don't expose that, of course. Just show them this. Show how clean it goes upside down in the middle. As you pick up these queens, get a break underneath the top card. You can use that pinky pull down to do it, or you can just shove the top card over and catch a break. That's in preparation for a double undercut. So square everything up and you're going to cut those queens to the rear. So I cut off about, 3/4 of the deck, undercut a quarter onto the top, repeat that procedure, and what that does is move the queens to the back of the pack with an odd covered card atop them. Do your magic moment and spread through. There'll be 2 red queens with a card between them in the center of the deck. Reveal that to be the selected card, build the moment, and then reveal the rest of the deck has changed color. Little word on this. To do that, spread the deck, just keeping the top 3 cards in a group. Don't spread here. I like to reveal the deck first, then the queens, and then I come back with the fingertips and kind of push forward, and this will move everything out without dislodging this here and creates a nice visual of that whole deck being a different color. And that's a bamboozler. I fooled many well-versed magicians with this routine. If you need a good card trick that will fool anybody, well, congratulations, you just found it. I hope you find it doable. Like I said, reference the book on Paul's site, or maybe buy a DVD from me. Support the Vanishing Arts. Or hey, you can just ask me a comment in the ask me a comment in the questions. Better yet, ask a question in the comments, and I try to answer everybody. And I think that's all you need to know. Thank you for your kind attention. I hope you get some use of this, and ciao for now. Bye.